G and TI4 was like, man, this is the final game and you're GGing out before they're even breaching high ground? Come on. You know, something could go wrong.
Wasn't it game 2 that they GG'd while they still had tier 2 towers, dude?
Something ridiculous else. Like that. And it's like, come on.
Bot lane. Bot lane. We actually have our first blood finally happening. Ionid and Aaron. We've been wanting them to show the harass potential of these heroes, and they fulfill that promise, killing off Desire. You mentioned earlier we don't expect Desire to have a good game here. Things were going much better than expected, but this had to happen eventually.
Yeah, for sure. I've been calling him Desiree a little bit just because, you know, a little bit of fun. But what do you reckon? It's just to mess with Ares a little bit. Are we going to call him Desire?
Desire, Desiree. It could be one of those guys that has both, right? So no matter what, we know we're referring to him. Sort of like when people have Artesia and the A God. Mid lane.
Oh, mid lane.
They do kill off the Storm Spirit. That's not going to feel good for him. A small KK got himself killed off. They at the very least grab some revenge on the life of this Tusk, but losing small KK, that is not what you want, especially since the kill itself also involved the puck.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, right? Like, the rotation from Aaron was coming at the exact time that I was hoping for it to happen, right? It was just prior to the Storm hitting level 6. He had a very good experience advantage over the puck at that time. But really quick fingers by Sakata to be able to pick up that shield rune, so he might still live off the back of this.
Small KK jumps on top of him. Ranfu does here with the charge as well. What? He's still alive? No way does he actually escape this, but he does. He's alive on the high ground. Small KK jumps him and kills him off though. Here comes the Tusk with the young Snowball. They connect onto Small KK. He certainly doesn't have enough mana to escape this, and he will die to some of these Tombstone zombies. It's a 1-for-1 exchange. Although, who actually benefits here, right? Because Small KK network department on his Wind Ranger, but this tier 1 tower bottom is literally 100 HP, 100% HP. It's kind of crazy. Mid lane, we might have a quick death happening onto our Tusk, but the Dream Coil emerges from Sakata. Now they're going to be targeting Aaron. Can they kill him off before the Storm arrives? No, they cannot.
Disillusion.
Small KK is here. They're going to look for immediate revenge, and they do kill off the Tusk. Tombstone dropped down by Desire, but there's more than enough heroes to kill it off. And now suddenly this Undying finds himself in a very awkward position. They kill off his Bassi, they take away an Observer Ward, and now they take away his life as well. A double kill for Small KK, a defense mounted onto their supports, and the game just feeling a lot better for the side of Team Dissolution.
A couple of braces, so it's going to take a fair amount to be able to take him down. And you can see with this Haste Rune plus the freshly completed Kaya, might be enough to be able to take him down, but again, he's just way too close to the tower, I feel.
I don't think he dies here, actually. They're going to ensnare him. They have a lot of damage out, though, and they should kill him off. Okay, never mind. Never mind. They have enough. Nobody came top lane. At the same time, though, they do manage to finish off the Spirit Breaker. Ranfu dies in the mid lane, and down bottom, we have Focus Fire being thrown onto the God King by Aenid. Unable to find the kill, however. But you spoke about the impact of this Javelin with Focus Fire, and man, it hurts. That additional pierce damage, not fun to deal with early on.
Even up against some of these, like, you know, early-ish Vanguard builders, not that anyone is doing it this game, but you're always going to have that magical damage to be able to secure the kill, as Tusk should maybe fall down here. Aaron, is he going to die?
Nah, Aaron should be fine. Too many heroes. Small KK gets involved. It's a dominating streak for the Storm. He actually zips across the river, finding Desire here. This Undying should actually contribute to Small KK's coffers. It's a double for the Storm. He's 6-2-1, 12 minutes into the game, Daynog. I know we said that's actually a very good point, right? That there's no level 6 available from the supports on Radiant side that threaten Storm, but the same is not true in the opposite direction. Ranfu is actually going to go to the top lane. Storm Spirit's TPing here as well. CSJ is dead. They're going to zip on top of him. They want this kill to happen, and they're going to make it happen, even though the young Snowball will be there from the Tusk, and a very nice spear back on Ranfu Dao. All of these intricate plays don't amount to anything, as both of these heroes do end up falling. And Team Dissolution starting
with those 3 points, Shackle, you could probably kill him off the back of a focus.
We have a smoke right now coming in from Team Dissolution, so they want to make sure that they can keep the pressure out on the map. They don't find God King though, and that's going to give an opportunity for them to smoke back in on Radiant side. Sakata has just completed up having another level. Top lane, we do see Storm Spirit just killing off Desire quite easily, but Ionid's in trouble. He's in danger. Focus Fire does come out onto the Morphling. He's trying to get himself away with the waveform, but they're charging into him. They want the Water Boy. Mystic Flare dropped onto his face. He's still alive though. The Snowball helping out so much, and they turn around and kill off both Ionid and Aaron. The Spirit Breaker's charge took too long. Sakata doesn't have access to the Dream Coil anymore, so I don't think they can kill him off, but they're gonna try for this. Snowball at the ready in 4 seconds. Ranfu Dao, he's silenced up. He can't charge again for another 2 seconds. Will he die just yet? He pops his magic wand. He is still alive, but they eventually do finish him off. Sakata now on a killing spree on this puck. And the move initially seemed good into the Morphling, but the response from Big Brain...
And I mean, the other big plus for Big Brain off the back of all of this is that you have CSJ, who's got that fresh Blink Dagger completed, and they would love to get a quick kill onto the Wind Ranger after she just TP'd back to this lane.
Yep, there we see the Blink revealed with the Arena going out. Unfortunately for him, Ancient Seal did come even faster. With Mystic Flare Focus Fire, they kill off the Mars. However, Sakata and Desire, they smoked up into this fray as well. So they find the immediate revenge onto Ironhead. Honestly, Dire Side...
Except to build.
Yep. She also built Orchid, which is a very, very nice into Morphling, even if he has the Manta style. Whenever Orchids are available, he starts to think about maybe Linkins might be required. You see down bottom, several heroes stacked up from Team Disillusion. They want to find some kill, and they have the level 6 now from the Spirit Breaker, so they get the Nether Strike, and Mystic Flare not only killed off Desire, but it brings this Tusk very, very low as well. He might actually end up taking a tumble here. At the same time, they catch the Arena out onto this Wind Ranger, and though is still alive for now. Sakata and CSJ really want this kill, but the Shackle Shot on the 2 sets up for the kill onto Mars, and now they definitely have a kill onto Puck as well. It's a triple for the Skywrath Mage, a team fight win for Disillusion, and Ironhead. Man, right now is the day to play the Lotto, my friend, because it also makes him a better target for the Undying Decay. But overall, just as long as he tanks up. I think Heart, Scotty, Butterfly, it was between those 3. And if you bought Butterfly, then you have to play a lot more aggressively. You can just still play quite casually with this Heart. Now he's going to have it available in his inventory, using it in this fight here. Arena dropping down around him, but that doesn't really threaten him. Lanfa is taking damage from 4 heroes right now, but he's still alive. Finally pops the song, but he's not going
to... So you're already hard to kill. Add that on top of everything, and it just becomes so much harder. And he's just going to double down on the tankiness. Going into the Skadi next. Most of the time, I wonder, like, is this too much of a defensive sort of item choice? But, I mean, you've got a Storm Spirit and a Wind Ranger who are having pretty decent games in their own right. They can be your damage sources. Basically, you just need to be there on the front lines, making sure that like you are this inevitable source of damage and just overwhelming stuff coming in against you.
You see some supports getting picked off on the map. Lanfa, his pickoff is a bit more substantial because they get to invade the Radiant Triangle now as well and maybe take this area over. And Big Brain are aware of how much they need this, so they're coming to try and mount a defense here. They're going to be able to make a jump directly onto our Spirit Breaker, and Ranfu Dao dies very quickly there. Did require all the blinks to be used, but still, it's space, yeah.
And you know, there's no one that's really sacrificed their game for any of the plays that they've made so far.
That being said, we might have to sacrifice the Naga Siren, as she is between the Mars and the Morph at the moment. But, my god, she's so tanky. 2.8k HP with 25 armor. Let's see what they got. Dream Coil, Arena, and this time there's no song. So they finally do make it happen. But the more important thing about not having the song, that's less important than the fact that God King was finally there. And we get to see how different it is for his overall tank ability when he has to deal with the Morphling as well.
Oh, they can't lose any more, though. And of course, it's important that Ranfu Dao continues to push on forward. Ironhead.
Sakata. He found the Yules onto Ironhead. Mystic Flare was dropped down with the Ancient Seal, so they can't combo into this Wind Ranger. At least not from the puck. But the allies come in to finish off the kill regardless. Aaron attempting to run away, but he knows he's dead to rights, hiding in a very nice enclave in the trees. But CSJ has the God's Rebuke to bring him down. 3 heroes have fallen in a little while, and Ranfu Dao.
Heroes in the game. It's like they're ready to go for a potential Roche fight, though. Up on this top side, maybe just looking to get a quick pick off beforehand, and well, if they could run into CSJ, that would be absolutely ideal. He's DC, he's sitting still.
He's just chilling, yeah. He does have a BKB, pops it eventually, but by the time he does, this Tusk is already very low on the HP. That being said, they did kill off the Skywrath Mage, and now CSJ trying to TP out realizes he cannot do it as the BKB, he's been spamming it out in this game, so it's already down to the 6-second mark. That was very bizarre from him.
Position 1 carry? But I feel like there are other options. They don't have Song as well to be able to contest this. Yes, he is. He
No
was.
way, dude. There's no way. There's no way he finishes the Axe. I'd be shocked and amazed if he finishes Axe this game. We'll talk about it after this fight, though. As CSJ found a spear onto Ranfu Dao, but he does manage to get off the Shadow Blade.
And they're still
now
rushing.
they turn with Focus Fire and the Shackle Shot. CSJ eventually finishes off the Spirit Breaker, but he dies in the process. At the same time, the God King finished off the Roche.
Storm's
has
out of
an
mana.
Aegis in tow and now trying to rejoin the fight, but he's out of mana, surrounded by Lanfur, and he might be dead here. This Tusk buying a little bit of time. This Ice Shards also creating an opportunity, but the Morphling, he doesn't
He's
want an
got no
opportunity
voice.
to survive. He wants to kill. He goes in, finds the Naga without allies, and they do manage to kill her off. So that's a killing spree taken away. The God King gets an Aegis, a kill in that fight, and a team fight victory. Okay. All right,
I
now
mean,
what, Daynok? How do you
still-
deal with this morph at this point?
Storm just did 0 damage. That was the issue there. And, well, they're going to get another quick pick off onto the Wind Ranger. Really just odd positioning, odd choice of team fights coming through from Team Disillusion. Like, Storm, like we were saying, did 0 in that fight. Looking to try and get a very quick pick off here, and they will at least be able to kill the Tusk, but
Okay,
at what
but this
cost?
might actually lead to the Storm being killed off. He zips away right now. Ranfu down with the charge. Interrupts the Morphling before the Adaptive Strike can come out. So that keeps the Storm Spirit alive. Ranfu down, what a god, what a player. At least needs the song and get out.
Oh,
CSJ
nice
does have
BKB.
BKB. So
Very
he will
quick.
be able to cancel the TP out. Lanfur dodging the spears though, doing what he can. He's got his J's on. Sadly,
boys
though,
just
there's
aren't
still
here.
too many heroes around him. Will find himself leashed up with the Dream Quill, him and Aaron, in fact. And both of them will go down. Sakata claims a double. And Lanfur, oh no, it's starting to become a bit of a problem here. Master Daynok to play with. Like, you know, in the draft, we were talking about the Shadow Demon getting banned out as a
Yep.
salvation tool. You know, we haven't seen Tusk for so long in the meta. And the last time we saw him, he was being deployed every other game through mid. But I think this meta, we're probably going to see more of him come back,
Look at that
given how
jump.
important these saves are. And Small KK, big jump. I don't know if it's the right jump, though, as he gets blown up by the Morphling. Mystic Flare dropped down, but CSJ easily able to get off his BKB. They've quickly kill off the Skywrath Mage. Lanfur pops the song,
Yes,
takes
that
away the
TP.
tombstone. But where is the follow-up here? What else can they do? CSJ will drop the arena, and the Undying is falling low, but he doesn't care if he dies because they will get Lanfur in the trade. Ranfu down, not allowed to escape either, as he's used up, silenced off, and then killed. A triple kill there for the Morphling. Another team fight victory. And well, sadly, Master Daynok,
Not into
he doesn't
this.
even have Lincolns. I don't know, dude. I don't know about that jump. And he had Lincoln's queued before he made the jump, and then he turned to Ags afterwards. I'm very confused.
If he secures all of them, then it'll be fine. Well, this is a
Well,
pretty big jump if
Inet-
they're able to get him. I mean, Puck just TP'd away.
They want
Finally,
to
they're the
get
one
something
without
out
the
of
boys.
this. They get tech. They get the Tusk. Desiree is gonna fall next. CSJ
Hey.
might be killed off. Has a shield rune, but pops BKB. Should still be fine. Ranfu Dao though, charging in. He knows it's a 6-second BKB. If they get here in time, Enid is the one that was parked here. So he has Gale Force, but please don't reveal Enid. Play very carefully. But yet again, Daynok is
Tier
right.
3
Where are
towers
the
dead.
boys? Where's the crew? Tier 3 towers already gone. Long range zip in from the Storm Spirit. Unable to kill off anybody just yet. They go one to Desire and they will be able to make him pay. Gale Force was dropped down. And Lanfur also utilizing the song here. They're looking for a setup, but they don't have the necessary follow-up for this. Ranfu Dao pushed outside of his base.
He's got an
easily
arcane
killed
rune on
off.
Storm.
And here's Small KK jumping back in. They get the Mystic Flare down onto the Smurfling at the same time, trying to kill off the Tusk. He stays alive inside the Snowball, turning it back onto Lanfur instead. Small KK though, him and Aaron have the damage necessary. And Sakata's been falling low the entire time as well. Barely able to escape away from this fight, trying to run from the Storm Spirit, and he does manage to do so. The Morphling though will not be as lucky. He got left behind, got completely losing game one based on the decisions they've made in the last few minutes.
It's going to be all around Small KK again. He's been able to farm up enough for the buyback, so of course playing around that fountain regen as much as possible. When do they see the Morphling? They see the Morphlings come back now. Now's the time they want to go. Another great jump.
We see a big blue hole coming in from Small KK, but where is the follow-up? Where are the boys? Where are the boys, Daynok? They do find the Tusk. But if the boys were there, that initiation from Small KK could have found a lot more. They still do get two, though. Supports being brought down still feels pretty good.
It does, and you know, at least they get something out of it. I love the fact that it was an instant response to being able to see the Morphling back in base. As well, poor Spirit Breaker away from the boys once again, and he's going to get picked off with no buyback. Off the map for 80 seconds, so in a time where you really should be looking to try and reclaim a lot of this map.
Don't have time to actually go and scout out the rune. And now the God King, he is here with a big Morphling beating down the racks, able to easily rinse down the melee racks, wanting a little bit more. Small KK jumps in, finds the blue hole, but we need the follow-up from the crew. Look at the God King falling so low, but Tusk buys them space and time. They drop the arena tombstone, and that's gonna kill off Aeonit as well as threaten the life of Ranfu Dao. Both of them die, neither of them have buyback. And now I don't think they have any options in this game anymore. They have Song maybe, but that requires Lanfer to survive. And CSJ found him, jumping onto the Naga Siren. Small KK trying to interrupt this with the blue hole. Successfully does so and kills off the Undying in the process. But I don't think he can keep Lanfer alive. There's too much damage on the God King. Naga Siren does die. She will come back into the game though, and Storm falling very, very low. Eventually will get taken out. Does require quite a hefty exposure of resources to do so. Now he's looking for revenge, looking for CSG on the back end of the fight. The BKB keeping the Smalls alive, and they found the spear as well. Onto Small KK. This might lead to a dieback. Lanfer finally pops the Song. That will bail the Storm Spirit out of trouble and keep this game going. But Sakata really wanted the assassination. Doesn't find the Storm Spirit. Maybe wants to trap up Lanfer. But they might feel comfortable just leaving the base. They've already got the Megas. But they want to end things right now here, Daynok. They buy back on the Undying. Mystic Flare drop down onto the Morphling with the Hex from Aaron, but he yules into the air with the Wind Waker from Puck, keeping him alive. Small KK does not have any additional salvation, and he's gone. It's a dieback for 2 minutes. They turn their attention towards Aaron on the Skywrath Mage. Easy right clicks to kill him off. And Lanfer can do nothing but slither back to the base as his team calls GG. And game 1 goes in favor of the Big Brain lineup.
Oh man, what is it with today? I'm stunned.
Guys, that he's actually, dude. Why is it? Wait, they're not diving him? I thought the only reason they would do this is to dive the Silencer. Okay, Ionet's going for it, looking for this first blood. Should be able to find it. Cobalt Foreman giving the vision, 2 hits, overwhelming odds, and that should be the first blood. Gonna go for one more. Actually, just gonna right click him down. That's still the first blood ultimately for Aeonit. And although Aaron didn't get the impetus, it ultimately pays off by getting them a kill.
Yeah, for sure.
We have the level 3 overwhelming odds, but we have no mana. Oh no, God King alive with 20 HP. Not dead just yet. Aaron trying to go around the corner. They really want this. The Warpine Raider gets the vision. One more right click from Aaron will get the kill. And finally, God King falls. And to make things even better, this drew a rotation from Sakata, who will be able to kill off Aaron, but you're wondering to yourself, man, was it worth it to bring our Nyx and our Monkey King just for an Enchantress kill?
No, I mean, this is the lane.
His only disable now finds himself on the receiving end of pressure from Small KK and Ranfu Dao. Sleight of Fist, still only level 2, so that will lead to the escape of the Nyx Assassin. Sakata finding 2 heroes with the stun here. Tombstone dropped onto the high ground, however, so they'll have to deal with that. Won't be able to finish off Small KK.
Kind of as expected, like Sakata is the one having a good game, but he was set up for this, right? Like he's still barely only ahead of Small KK on the net worth charts. Fortunately, won't have a Invis rune to be able to play with on the Ember Spirit. And, well, was that a solo?
Yeah, that was a solo. That was a Blade Mail. Blade Mail duel while Meta was online. He actually just literally 100 to 0.
You can start building into the Tranquils on Aaron. You've nearly got a Manta style on Lonfair, and you've nearly got level 12 on the Legion Commander. So these are pretty big timings to be able to have overall.
Aaron? Okay. Well, I suppose we just see in game 1 that Aaron's job in this team is to go scout with his body to give the team vision, but this was very not necessary after they'd already decided to vacate the area.
No. Do you also think that a Radiance is the best option for Small KK?
We'll talk about it in a second. They're gonna kill off this Nyx Assassin. This time it shouldn't be too difficult to accomplish. Desire next on the chopping block. Underneath the tier 2 tower. So Sakata could set up here with the Wukongs. They find the duel though, and Ionett is not inside this. Small KK also able to remnant away from the Wukongs. Only Ranfu Dao held inside it. And even then, they still have to deal with his Tombstone. Small KK not retreating. waiting to spring a trap onto somebody, and the trap comes out onto CSJ. They will be able to find this Wind Ranger kill as well. And that was one of the most awkward moments for Wind Ranger. She has focus fire, but both her targets have blade mails. Game was super hard at the same time. So maybe the rationale is I'm going to let the other 4 fools go first. They will tank the reflection, and then I'll come in with the Radiance. There we go.
Maybe he just has an allergic reaction whenever he sees a BKB, because it feels like a pretty damn good BKB game to me.
BKB would have been great, not just for him, but Lanfa at some point needs BKB or Manta, some kind of way to deal with the global silence. And you're talking about Small KK's Radiance being a bit of an awkward decision. For me, bro, why did this Morphling go SNY?
Yeah, I saw it getting delivered to it, and I'm like, hello? You're playing against global silence. Just get Manta style, just dispel it. If you want to get the Sanj later to build into a potential halberd, feels just played normal Dota.
Okay, I finally understand now. I understand. We're going to see them pick off CSJ, or potentially try to. He doesn't have a BKB just yet, or a Rod of Atos, but still alive for now. Small KK pops his blade mail, and that's a jump in from Sakata. Beautiful jump and kill off onto Ranfu Dao. And like you mentioned, there's a double damage Terror Blade. Everybody has to run. They did pop global silence for that one. I don't think they had to for the fight, but we do. BKB Manta, Lanfa, bro, dude. Somebody, help.
You're not a
He's
universal hero
first.
either, you know, like, this is, it's not like you're just going to get so much out of all these stats, you know? I don't know, man.
We're learning something today, Denok.
You can throw
new
very
ways of
winnable
playing Dota. Oh, that's old knowledge. Everybody learns that one very early on in their Dota career. We might have a fight breaking out in Dire Jungle as Aenid has been scouted out. CSJ and Sakata jumping onto him. Does pop the BKB though. Getting the duel out as well onto the Monkey King. At the same time, the rest of the damage dealers are being kept away here. So they're able to finish off the LC. And now Sakata finding himself 1v1 next to the Morphling. Easily able to melt him down. Terror Blade has shown up as well, so the second life does not seem very favorable for our Lanfa Morph. That being said though, Small KK has been working miracles on the edges of the fight. They've taken out the supports, now he's putting his attention onto the Terror Blade. They really want the God King. The God King is still standing though, and inside the Wukongs of Sakata, they kill off Small KK. Lanfa is so low on the HP, but he does manage to help kill off the God King. Rod of Atos will come in from CSJ, but they don't have the necessary. It's been on the rise since. However, it might be on the decline right now because Disillusion are smoking. And oh no, look who's far forward. It's the Terror Blade. He doesn't have a BKB or anything. Can they get him the hell out of here? Where's Aenid? Where's Small KK? Where's my disables? Sakata gets a Wukongs on top of the global silence and they mop up Aaron. Lanfa forced to leave the fight, but they buy back quickly onto this Enchantress. Small KK jumping the backline, finding the silencer and killing him off. At the same time, Lanfa, he's had all his mana drained away by CSJ's focus fire, and now his life is taken out as well. There was a duel onto the God King, and Aenid and Small KK are able to finish off this Terror Blade. Sakata looking towards Aenid. One more right click will kill off this Legion Commander. We also just lost the Nyx Assassin. And Sakata, although you got the kill, wasn't worth it because Small KK had a double damage rune going this entire time in the fight. Able to win it out for his team in the end there.
Like
DK also knows.
just to say, get the hell away from me, Ember Spirit.
Get off of me. So, game is slowed down yet again. They're just farming out as much as humanly possible on Dire side.
This would be a
They did
dieback.
get a stun potentially onto Aaron. They're dragging him into the fight, and Aaron is dead. That's a dieback on the Enchantress. Shackle Shot connects onto this Undying. His Tombstone is also not in the best position. Very far from the actual engagement. So I'm not sure if he's going to be able to escape with his life here on Ranfu Dao. Still alive for now. Draws out the Primal Spring from Sakata. And it doesn't feel confident enough to jump in for revenge without Aaron being around. So they just let him go. They are still chasing though. Look at this. Are we getting one of those Roshan errors? Nope. He's actually gonna function as expected. He's headed into the Roshan pit. He's chilling.
Small KK.
And they find Small KK nearby. He does have a lot of danger coming in towards him right now. Can he get out of here? He's throwing out a remnant. He's still alive. Global silence will be there. He Manta too soon, so he will die underneath the global. His team is coming in though, looking for revenge. They find the duel out onto the TV. TV's dead. Oh my god, Terror Blade actually
Everyone
died
else is
here.
dead though.
Sakata was forced to drop the Wukong's command here, and
Oh,
it did
another
kill
latch.
several heroes, but sadly, the shackle shot latches at the perfect angle, enabling them to kill off Sakata. Lanfa finds himself a double on the life of Desire, and the chase is on. Can they get out of here, Daenog? They really want to run. Lanfa, he gets a little bit of vision. Aaron gets scouted out by the Nyx Assassin and CSJ, and they're going to jump onto Aaron, but that might set them up for the revenge play. Unfortunately, though, the kill happens too fast, so Lanfa can't get the immediate revenge. With the Disillusion might also have the same number. They're in the same WhatsApp chat, man. Like, they are performing so much better in game 2.
TB, you are very far forward, my guy. You're also under vision. You've also got team coming in to potentially slay you, God King.
Small KK, though, is the one that's going to get caught out first. He's very far forward. Shackle shot, the burst damage from Nyx Assassin, and he's killed off. Ironed, though, does find the duel onto the God King, and they will take away the first life. Sakata, with the Wukong, still trying to win out the rest of the team fight, as they will eliminate the life of this Legion commander. No way that Aaron survives being eaten up by the CSJ focus fire. They do keep the Morphling and the Undying alive, though, but they claim a very big 3 kills. At the same time, though, it dangerous. Sakata,
That was so close. He nearly ended
trying
up
to get
killing
some
his own
vision.
teammate there.
Yeah. That was very, very close indeed. They do get a Bounder Strike out onto this Morphling, stunning him up with the ATOS as well. In it, coming in for the duel. It gets blocked by the Lincoln Sphere, though, but they get the duel instead onto the TB. And that's going to be an easy kill for CSJ. Ranfu Dao will be the last one dead, as the Morphling has already been removed from play. They have a buyback on the water boy, but that's the only buyback they have available. I don't think this is 2 lanes of racks here, Daenog. I think this is the game. They don't have any answers on Disillusion.
Nope, they don't. I just feel like they'll beat CSJ. You gotta make sure that you're not taking some tier 3 tower hits for no reason. Buyback coming through on the Morphling, just barely having enough net worth for the buyback. Can they find any pickoff, or are you just gonna get picked up yourself?
Morphling gets
How did that
shot
match?
at. Global Silence is there as well. He doesn't have any dispel, so he has no way out of the global. He is dead. Small KK right in front of him, still holding on to the Manta style, but doesn't really have a way to play back into this fight. It's a 2v5 engagement. Wonderful stun coming in from our Nyx Assassin with the shackle shot follow-up. They should ensure that Small KK dies, and with his death, the prospects of a victory for the side here of Team Disillusion go with him. GG, well played is called.